you don't reflect on it. You don't think about what you've done before. Like basically after you do a reading passage, after you do a speaking, a lot of people don't listen to it again. So that's a big thing that you need to do, is that you need to do the same thing multiple times to try to get better at it. So there's actually 3 steps, 3 ways for you to kind of get better over time. So let me talk about it, to how you can think like a teacher. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to think like a teacher. All right, this is what you're going to do. And I wrote it down here in my beautiful little board here. See, I kind of planned a little bit. So teachers, what do teachers do? They do 3 things. This is what they do. How do I do it? Like, yeah, there we go. Okay, so they identify the problem, they explain the problem, and then they design an action plan. They design a way for you to improve. Okay, so you want to do these 3 things when you are studying, especially when you're doing the reading section. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about how to think like a teacher for the reading section. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to identify the problem, you have to explain the problem, and you have to design an action plan. So how do you do that? Let me explain. Basically, you are going to teach yourself to get better. First, you identify the problem. Okay, so after you take a reading section test, after you do something with the reading section, what you do after that is you say, for example, number 8, I got wrong. I didn't understand number 8. Okay, now here's something really cool, is that there are only 3 reasons why you got a question wrong. That's it. There are only 3 reasons why you got a question wrong. Here are the 3 reasons. And I wrote it down. See, I have multiple papers here. I'm so well prepared. It's amazing. So this is what you have to do. These are the 3 reasons you get a question wrong. There's only these 3 ways. Whenever you get a question wrong, it's only these 3 things. That's it. Either you misread the passage, or you misread the question, or you didn't understand the vocabulary. That's it. You don't know why you got a question wrong? It's one of these 3 reasons. This is why you got a question wrong. Either you misread the question, you misread the passage, or you didn't understand vocabulary. That's step 2 of being a teacher. First, you identify the problem. You say, okay, number 8, I got wrong. Okay? Now, why did you get it wrong? You explain the problem. That's the second thing you do. You explain the problem. And what do you explain? One of these 3 things. You either misread the passage, misread the question, or you didn't understand vocabulary. Those are the only 3 reasons you get a question wrong. That's it. That's it. You're a teacher now. Congratulations. And then the last thing that you do is that you, so after you decide that, okay, either I misread the passage, I misread the question, or I didn't understand vocabulary, the last thing that you do is that you have to design a course of action. This is the 3rd thing here. You design a course of action, an action plan. Basically, you make a way for you to improve. You decide how you're going to improve. How are you going to do this? How are you going to get better in the future? So what are you going to do? So this is what you do, is that it depends on what you got wrong. So if you didn't understand the passage, then you have to question yourself, why didn't you understand it? What did you think it was saying? And how are you going to make sure you don't do that again? Let's say you misread the question. A lot of times some students answer a negative detail question like a detail question. So you want to make sure that you read the question carefully next time so you don't make the same problem again. That's another thing you can do. So those are 2 different courses of action after. And then the 3rd thing that you can do is vocabulary. So let's say you didn't understand the vocabulary. There was something wrong with the vocabulary. What can you do? Basically, you write down the vocabulary word, and then you check something called an academic word list. If you want this academic word list, PM me, send me a private message, and I will send you this academic word list. Basically what it is that it's 570 of the most important academic vocabulary. This is something that was researched. It's very famous in like the English teaching world, if you care about that world. I will send it to you. Just send me a private message and I will send you that academic word list. And what you do is that these 570 words, you probably know a lot of them already. These 570 words show up in 10% of all academic text, no matter what it is. If it's marketing, if it's history, if it's biology, doesn't matter. It shows up 10% of the time. It's an amazing, useful list. Send me a private message and I'll send it to you. But basically, that's how you would design an action plan for vocabulary. You would write down vocabulary you didn't know and then check. See if it's in the academic word list. And then if it is, that means it's important and you should study it, okay? So that's how you become a teacher. Congratulations. So first I'll just review really quickly. You identified the problem. I got question 8 wrong. You explained the problem. I got it wrong because there's only 3 reasons why you get a question wrong in the reading passage. Either you misread the passage, you misread the question, or you didn't understand the vocabulary. That's the only thing that you need to do. And let's see here. The last thing is, what do you have to do? Design an action plan. Decide how you're going to improve in the future. Sorry, there's a lot of things happening at one time. I'm going to, just also say if you have any questions, please comment below. Let me know that you're listening. I see that there's 12 people watching me, which is very nice. I thought there would be, that's 12 more people than I expected. So that's very nice. But if you have any questions, let me know. I'll talk for another minute or two to see if anybody comments. I'm looking at my free TOEFL course for all. And if you go in the comment section, I will respond to your questions if you have any. And this is also I'm going to shamelessly promote my TOEFL emergency course. Oh yeah, www.TOEFLSpeakingTeacher.com. There's a sale until tomorrow, until Friday, called an early bird special. It's a very low price. It's $77. It'll never be that price again. There's a lot of stuff in it. There's about 20, maybe probably more than 20 hours of video content of me teaching TOEFL. There is free practice tests, a bunch of ebooks. There's free speaking and writing feedback from a teacher. There's just a ton of stuff there, all for just $77. But that's until tomorrow, until Friday. So check it out. And I don't see any comments. I don't see any questions. So I am very sad because I was expecting to be talking here for a while, but I guess not today. So, but I'll do another one of these sometime. This is I've broken the barrier. This is my first Facebook Live session. So let me know if you have any questions. If you want the academic word list, go ahead and send it to me, and I will send it to you. and that's about it. So thank you for watching if you're watching, and I will talk to you guys in Facebook, I guess. All right, take care, guys. Bye-bye.